So as I end this tutorial, there are a few things that I want to cover, things that I may have overlooked, but are also important. So the first thing I want to talk about is the firewall. You remember I installed config server firewall, that is CSF firewall. When I was implementing some of the CSF recommendations, I did the implementations using SSH. You don't have to use SSH, okay? So if you come to firewall configuration, you can configure your server settings here. So if I click on firewall configuration, this is where you can configure your firewall. You don't have to log into your server to implement some of these firewall rules. Everything that I did can be done on this interface. And you can see testing is here. You remember I changed it from testing 1 to 0. 0 is equivalent of off. But I chose to go with the SSH route because maybe in future you won't be using WHM, you'll be using something else and you'll know how to configure CSF on SSH. All these other options, let's look at what we have down here. Restrict syslog 3. You see, you can change this option here. And we did change this using CSF configuration file. So any of these other options, you can go through them and see what else you want to improve or just reduce. Anything that you want to improve on, you can do so. That's something that I wanted to tell you. So you don't have to go to your SSH. You can change your settings here. And once you do that, just make sure you come all the way down. Then you click on change and then you'll get an option to restart CSF. The next thing, by default, cPanel will come and the default server will be Apache. If you want to set up Lightspeed, you can do so. And cPanel has a tool called Easyapache that allows you to install various server software. Okay, here under software, you'll find Easyapache 4. So let's go to Easyapache 4 and see what you can do there. What we're interested in is here under currently installed packages. So if you want to install PHP, you want to install maybe even nginx, you can do so right here. Before we go into this, up here you can see we have Lightspeed. Now, if you're going to run WordPress, Lightspeed Enterprise is one of the best servers for that. Especially if you're going to run multiple sites and your server is a tiny server, 4 GB and below, 4 GB of RAM I mean. Lightspeed is very resource friendly. So use it on your small servers. Unfortunately, the free version can only work on 2 GB of RAM and below, and it is only valid for one website, one domain on that Lightspeed. But when it comes to subdomains, you can run multiple subdomains. If your server is over 2 GB, of course, you cannot get the free version, but you can see how much it's going to cost you for the 8 GB RAM license. There are multiple options you can choose when it comes to Lightspeed pricing. Let's come down to currently installed. So you can see right now it's telling me that I have Apache 2.4 installed and PHP that installed. If I want to install another PHP version, I can just click there on customize. So if there's any Apache module that is required for a specific something that you're running, then you can enable it. You can search for the module. So just come down here, install the Apache module, then search for the module name and you can just enable it. So there are multiple, there are many. You can see right there, it shows you 10, but there are more that are not being shown. So that's why the search feature is here. You can search for it. Just search for it, select there. And then PHP versions as well. If you want to use a specific version of PHP, you can enable it from here. You can see PHP 8.0 is there. If you want to enable it, you can enable it. If you want to install it, just click on it and it will be installed. For instance, let's say I want to install PHP 8.3, I can install it. When you're installing it, just click there, PHP 8.3 and extensions. And let me just do a test and see if maybe the PHP 5 versions are also available. So you can see PHP 5.6 versions are not available. How about 7? So if you wanted to use this, there are alternatives, okay? Cloud Linux comes with all these other PHP versions. So that is also something else you can look into. If you want to use the older PHP versions, then you'd have to stick with Cloud Linux. There are also additional packages. So if I come here and click on additional packages, you can see you can install Node.js specific versions. If you want to run Node.js, you know the version you want to run, you can select it from there, and this will allow you to run Node.js applications using cPanel. You can see nginx is already installed, but if it weren't installed already, I would just enable it. So this is one feature that I definitely encourage you to install, because the moment you install it, it's going to automatically cache all your websites, and that's something you want when you're using Apache. Definitely install nginx, and I'm also going to show you where you can find it on nginx manager. So if you want to enable the nginx broadly compression, you can enable it there as well. If you want to enable nginx gzip, you can enable it there as well. I don't know if it doesn't come by default here, but it should come by default here. So you can see there it's telling you that it's going to be reverse proxy by default. So the moment you install it, it's like you've enabled reverse proxy, and that's definitely something you want. If you're not going to use Lightspeed, definitely install nginx. So I've enabled this, and you can see there's still other packages. If there's something that you want to install for nginx or for Node.js, you can search for it up here and install it. And once you have selected everything that you want to install, you can go to the next step. And the next step is just going to install them. So it's preparing the selected packages. If there are any updates to be done, the updates will also be shown here. You can see there are no packages that will be upgraded. These packages will be installed as you're told there. These are packages that are already available on my cPanel server, and they won't be touched because there are no changes to their settings. Something else that I didn't tell you about here under PHP extensions. PHP extensions are very important for most PHP software. Let's say, for instance, you want to run WHM, you want to run Blester, you're going to find that you'll need IonCube. So you can search for IonCube. And you can see here, since I have PHP 8.2 and PHP 8.1 installed, I can install it for those versions of PHP. So of course, you definitely want to use the latest loader, and that's the one I'm going to select. That's also the one I'm going to select. And once you select it, it's going to automatically set it up in your PHP. You don't have to do anything. It's going to set it up in your PHP. So that's just something that I know you'll probably have to install at some point, depending on commercial PHP applications you're running. So I can just go next. All right, so we are back to the review page. And if this is something that I want to do, I can provision. I'm just going to click there on provision to provision. Depending on how many applications you selected, this is going to install your applications. So you can see the provision process is complete. I can click there on done. All right, so you can see since I installed PHP 8.3, now it's being shown there. If you're not using any application, any module, always just come here under customize and delete them. It's better for a system to ask you to install something than a system to try to run and find that the application it requires is already available on your server. Now, the next thing that I said I was going to show you before I end the video was nginx manager, which is available here. Nginx manager. Since nginx is already cached, is already installed, you can see you can enable caching by default. So it's important for you to enable this. And then if you want to clear the cache for all your users, for all your websites, you can click there, and that's going to clear all the nginx cache. You can rebuild nginx configuration. You can restart nginx. If you change any nginx configurations, you can restart the nginx server right there. And you can also reset users to system default. So this means that if certain users are not using nginx, you can click here to reset users to default, and the default you can see is enabled. And you can also uninstall nginx reverse proxy if you only want to use Apache. You can also enable nginx for specific users. If you have multiple users, you can just come in here and enable nginx or disable it for any user. So I can't cover everything. Most of the things you can just find on the documentation, cPanel and WHM FAQ. go to the documentation, search for anything that you can see here and you're interested in. There are lots of answers on the cPanel documentation and the forum.